close the door, hold on. Forgot to close the door. Should have checked in. You're super early. We're both super early. I decided to go live a bit earlier than originally planned. But boop. So yesterday we did a 48 chain for Meditite. Let me just go back onto my collection for the Showdown so far. Look at that. Although I guess I need to kind of reorganize it a little bit. Yeah, the quicker talk technically counts. And that goes there. And this here. Up there. There we go. So that's all the shinies that I have obtained during the Shiny Showdown. This Weasel was before the Showdown, so it does not count. So I'm considering maybe doing Magnemite, or maybe instead I'll go for a certain type. I mean, I could go for electric types and just start with Magnemite. Okay. Oh, I'm yawning. Barely even 3 minutes in, I'm already yawning. Alright. Down here, it should be down here, right? Wait, no, it goes up. See, my swarm today is Magnemite. So I'm going to hunt it today. I don't think it's going to get any bonus points. I actually do know the requirements for the bonus points now. Red, white, and blue shiny Pokemon gain the bonus points. Which is why Meditite counted. I don't think Magnemite will count though. Because it's not either of those. In fact, it removes those extra colours. Alright. I'm not expecting to get anywhere near as high a percent as I did yesterday. But I do hope to at least get a shine. Oh, I don't have the Shiny Dex tracker up. Open search results can't boot up the app through there. Always gotta manually go to its location. Okay. Go. And then we change that to Magnemite. I mean, okay, there is white on the magnets and the bolts, so I think it would still count as a white shiny. Because normally those parts are not white, they're grey. So maybe I'll get by with the except. Yeah, you can look at them right there. Screen, they're grey, but on the shiny sprite it's white. I think they should count. But I'll leave the judgment to them. But I got some news, important news before we start the hunt. My Switch 2 has been paid for. Hey, the payment has gone through. You just gotta wait 9 days, and then it'll be time. Cannot wait. Okay. let's see if we get Magnemite first. That's not a Magnemite, but I might still go for it. Maybe. I do want to do like type-based ones, so doing this one for the electric type is probably the best one to do actually. But I want to do Magnemite. Wait, what level is this area? Ah! I need to change my lead. My chop's too weak. Good thing I figured that out before the chain started. I'll bring in Torterra, just because he's immune to electric attacks. Okay. Please be Magnemite. That's a Hoppip, not a Magnemite. Okay. So I don't know if I'm gonna bother with like evolution Pokemon unless I catch them in the wild. Just because I'd have to evolve them. Pixel, hello! Welcome back! Just barely started stream, and we're going to go for the Magnemite. And Abyssal, did you hear the announcement that I just did? Were you here for the announcement? Still nice. Oh, well, I just explained it to my mod again, but my Switch 2 has been paid for, which means the pre-order is good to go. Me, yes, just you. But now Abyssal as well. My Switch 2's been paid for. You tell I'm excited. It's only 9 days to go. 9 days until the Switch 2 launches, and I'm guaranteed to get it day one. Because the UK, they're shipping for day one delivery. And it's been paid for, so it's all good to go now. And of course I'll be playing Mario Kart World Day 1, because I've waited 10 years for a new Mario Kart. I'm not waiting any longer. Sure, we had Mario Kart Tour, but I mean, it was okay, but I'm not the biggest mobile game person. Like, for a mobile game, it was pretty good, but at the same time, it's a mobile game. So I wasn't exactly hardcore with the game. But were you here for Team Full 740 needs to catch again? Oh yes, I just realised that. Ooh. Did you were you here for yesterday's stream, Abyssal? I don't remember if you were in chat or not. Because yesterday we got a chain of 48 for Meditite. 8 shiny Meditite in a row. Well, I was going to try and do like the reward, like the challenge that's been given to us, to try and get the highest chain possible. But the problem is, the record is 133. Chain is 133. I'm not beating that record. There's not a chance. It was 122 yesterday. Someone broke the record today with 133. I am not getting that reward. Yeah, we ain't getting that prize. No. It's a $50 Nintendo eShop card. Yeah, we're not getting it. RNG is not on our side. Get that. Ooh, okay. The only good one is down here. Wait, and now I'm trying to focus on specific typings. So yesterday, I did psychic types. Although I already did meta type, so it could have been psychic or fighting. This time I'm gonna go for electric types. So Magnemite, and I can continue on after maybe Shinx. Then if I really want to, I could go for a Pichu. Yeah, so when it comes to like next week, EP right now. Oh, hopefully you managed to get some good sleep because I barely got sleep last night. I don't know how I woke up in time. But when what was I gonna say? Okay, when next week rolls around, I will be streaming Mario Kart World as soon as I get my Switch 2 set up. So once it's set up, once I get my account done, once I make it my primary console, I'm going to be streaming it as soon as I can. And then afterwards, I'm going to get more stuff transferred in and then just play more Mario Kart World off stream. Because I am going to grind the heck out of that game. And I'm also probably going to do multiple playthroughs. And because it's my first time, like, actually experiencing a new Mario Kart, I want to be here for fun. Because, by the time I started getting into Mario Kart, I wasn't exactly a massive gamer. Beat every track with every character? That is a grind. No doubt, that is definitely a grind. Hyped for Deltarune Chapters 3 4. I've not played Deltarune yet. I might play it at some point. I'm playing Undertale next week. I know it's not the same thing, but kind of similar. I've not played Undertale before, so next week will be my first time playing it. And then probably last time, because I've not touched the game after that. I'll wait for Deltarune tomorrow. Yeah, of course, you'd be excited. You love it. It's on, like, a few tomorrows. That's a good way to put it. To make it seem like it's closer than it is. A few tomorrows. Oh! A rolls? Wait, hold on a minute. Why did the rolls not get 2 points? That thing is red, white, and blue. How come that didn't get an extra point? Okay. Oh well. Yeah, with Minecraft World, I'm gonna try and 100% the game. Not all of it I'll do on stream because obviously I want to play a lot in my own time. But I'll try and do like the main Grand Prix campaign within stream. If I can even restrict myself to doing that. I probably won't be able to restrict myself. I'll probably just want to get into the game as much as I can. I don't even know if there are like any unlockables, like 50 and 100 CCs. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if there's any unlockables for 50cc or 100cc. The bounty is already over, that's why. Oh! That explains it. I didn't realise it was a bounty. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I didn't realise it was a bounty. That explains it. I mean, maybe they ended... I mean, even if it... I don't know. It's still got a lot of points. Because midway through yesterday's stream, we had a total of 500 points. Bounty's been over for like 14 hours already. Well, I stopped streaming over 14 hours ago. When I was streaming, the bounty was still going yesterday. So, you can't blame me for not keeping up. It ended after I stopped streaming yesterday. So yeah, my Meditite, that counted. So with my stream schedule for next week, let me have a look at it again. Let me have a look at my stream schedule for next week again. Stream schedules for June 2nd. So my stream schedule for next week. Undertale on the Monday, and then on the Tuesday, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which will be probably the final time I stream it, so I'll put on the schedule the saluting face, because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe deserves one proper send-off. And then Wednesday, Pokémon Shield 2-player Nuzlocke. And then Thursday to Saturday, Mario Kart World. Sunday, I'm giving myself a rest day. Did you see anything of Undertale yet? I only know of a couple of the characters. Just a couple of the character names. I have not seen any like actual gameplay of Undertale. I'm a complete novice to the series. You love Mettaton. I have no idea who that is. Oh yeah, yeah. So ones I remember, obviously Sans and Papyrus. I remember those two. Who was the lamb character? Remember there was a lamb character. I don't remember their name though. And yeah, I remember the flower. But that's about it. That's all I really remember. There's 3 lambs. Well, that doesn't exactly help my argument, does it? You can tell I know so little about the game. I only know 1 lamb. I did not know there were 3 lambs. Also, really important question. How much of Undertale can I complete in a single stream? Granted, I go for 4 or 5 hours. Because I want to try and complete as much of the game as possible. I don't know how long the game is. Technically, you could beat it. Was it a big lamb, a girly looking lamb, or a small? I think it's right. The lamb, I think it was a girly lamb? Yeah, I think it was a feminine looking lamb. I think that's the one I'm remembering. So, Toriel. Let me have a look. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yes, that is the one I'm thinking of. Yes. That is indeed the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. She's mother. Yeah, she looked like it. I mean, I feel like at this point, if you make a fantasy, you need to have the mother figure. I feel like that has to be a character that is worthy of mother material. I feel like that has to be the law now. Like, if it was up to me, if I made like an anime series or like a manga series, I've got one in mind, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's TOS, not TOS friendly. I'd probably try and think of as many different character traits as possible. Yeah, my mod knows what I'm on about. We will not talk about it on stream. I'll get banned if I talk about it. I will not talk about it. But yeah. Always choose violence. But yeah, if I am gonna make with that story, I haven't actually added onto it for a while, but when I get back to it, I want to try and at least have like one character trope. I want to try and include as many character tropes as possible, like within that you see within anime. Like, because then there's something for everyone. I don't know when I'll end up making it. Like, an actual. All I've done is like a basic drafter. I've not actually drawn anything yet. And I still need to draft up the next chapter. And then actually start working on the character designs. I mean, I've got like basic character designs. I've not drawn up the character designs, that's the thing. And if I was streaming on a platform that actually allowed the talk of it, I would say exactly what the series was about, but I fear if I even mention the main premise of the story, Twitch would wipe me off the face of the earth. I feel like they would do that. You must. Yeah, it's definitely not safe for me to describe the story, just because it's not TOS friendly at all. Not even in the slightest. But I can explain how the idea came to me, like for the whole premise of the story. Well, weirdly enough, it came out of a dream. I know it's probably a random thing, but it was one of the few dreams I actually remembered, and I actually started writing a story based off of it. And then I shared it with my mod, and he loved it. Yeah, maybe one day when I finally get around to like finishing up the story, I think I will like actually write up another chapter. And then I'll try and work out getting some visual character design sorted. Join stream in time to find out Burbright. Yeah, Necro. Yeah. So backstory. I had a dream. There was a really interesting idea within that dream. I decided to write a bit of a story about it, and I ended up writing a few chapters, and I've only shared it with a couple people. I've only gotten reactions from my mod. He's the only one who's actually seen it. But I can't share the premise of the story because I would get banned from Twitch because it is not TOS friendly. Like, not in the slightest. I would get banned if I shared it. Which is why I'm trying to be as vague as possible. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Necro, I could easily like shave the document I have of all the screenshots that we took of it. It's also piece. See? Yeah. So I don't know how to. I don't know how to explain it. No, wait, stop. Huh? Shut up. What? Correct yourself. Correct myself. Correct myself how? What? What did I say? Huh? What did I say? Took those screenshots. No. Ah! I mean, I drafted it up within the Discord, and then... Yeah, we drafted it within the Discord, and then we took a screenshot so it'd be saved. Let him show me. Are you sure you really want to see it, Necro? Because, I don't know if you... I don't know. I'm not really... Yeah. God. I'm getting nervous about it now. I hope you don't judge me after you read it, because, I'd probably have to explain it to you in the DMs what it's supposed to be about, because I cannot say at all what it is in stream. I cannot say it. But I think there's only one word that describes it without breaking TOS. Dude, I'm a spooky commercial, strange chase, don't judge. Okay, I'll say it in one word. Well, two technically. 18 plus Dojinshi. That's all I'm gonna say. That's the only thing I will say. I cannot say any more than that. Because I would get... my account would be nuked if I say any more than that. People have said less and gotten nuked, so I'm already walking on thin ice here. If I can find the file, I'll send it to you. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's drawn yet. It's just like a space draft at the moment. I'm getting embarrassed just talking about it. I remember everything I wrote up in it, and there's literally no way I can say it without the risk of getting banned. And plus, I don't even know. No, I can't say it. I can't. I mean, stories that truly do appreciate. I mean, I want to share it, but Twitch would not care for it. They would wipe me off the platform. If you're down to share it, okay. How about this, Necro? After the stream is done, I will send you the file so you can read it over. Does that work? I hope that works for you. Yeah. And I'll probably give like a little bit of an explanation in the DMs what it's like meant to be about. Dancing mushroom. I mean, now I'm thinking about it, maybe some future chapters could involve fantasy elements. Like, because at the moment it's only been in like realistic settings. It's not been in any fantasy stuff. It just seems like a slice of life Japan kind of setting. Okay, who is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, up here. If only I was on a different platform that didn't mind that kind of talk, but it's impossible. I wish I could talk about it. I genuinely wish I could explain it, but first off, I don't know if there are any minors in chat, so I'm not taking that risk first off. Because if there are any minors in the that are watching, I'm not going to take that risk. I don't want to take the risk. Because just that alone is already bad enough. But even then, even if they weren't any, Twitch would not care for it. So, yeah, don't risk favorite burp channel. I really don't want to risk it. I mean, maybe I could allude to it once it's closer to completion, but yeah, at the moment, no, not a chance. I mean, maybe when it's all completed and all, maybe I could go to conventions and actually sell it. That's a possibility. Yeah, so Necro, after the stream, I'll message you, I'll DM you about it. I'll tell you like the premise of the story, and then I'll send you the document that's got the screenshots for the story. That's probably the safest thing I can do. But yes, I don't know. After seeing the dancing mushrooms, it made me realize I could do chapters that include fantasy. So monster girls could be a possible topic. Heck, it could even be just a whole spin-off in a fantasy world, because this one's in a more realistic setting. Super excited now I can make it. Yeah, you'll have to use like your imagination for the character designs, because I've not drawn them up yet. But now I'm talking about it again, I really want to get to drawing the characters now. Oh. Jackpot. Yeah, there's a few characters I've got to draw out. Burb does art. Yeah, it's not incredible art, because I haven't been practicing much lately, but I have done some art. Let me, come on, let me, I should, have a way to show it off. I've got some art I've, created before. Grabby hands. Yeah, I've done some drawings. I can show off some of the drawings I've done already. If I can find them. No data. No. This one. Is it in pictures? Art pieces, yes. Okay, I'll do this one. So this was a drawing I did. This was the first design concept I had for my VTuber avatar. And this was meant to be like the PNG tuber, or the first Fujitech. This was one of the first like drawings I did for my character. Well, not for my character, for my VTuber avatar. And then there's one with the open mouth for like the animated Fujitech. Just look at the eyes. Yeah, no, here's the open mouth version. Not that much different. Yeah. Yeah, I saw like one of those basic tutorials on how to do like the shading within eyes. I basically just followed that step-by-step tutorial, and then I ended up with eyes that were way more detailed than the rest of the character. And okay, this one. This one, I took a panel from the My Hero Academia manga, and I drew over it, while also throwing in my OC, because why not? And the background, not as good, but this is probably the closest I've done to like a full art piece. But even then, all I did was like color in like a panel. Love OCs. Yeah, I've actually had like a few ideas of what I wanted, like my hero OC to be. Like, obviously, I can't draw a background, so it's sad. Thank you. So, the main character, this one, the purple-haired one. With if my character was included in the story, Jay, there wouldn't really be that much differences from the main story. There'd be a slight change at the end, but apart from that, most things would happen pretty much the same, with slight alterations. Obviously, I don't want to force an OC into a series, but we can share a... Oh, okay. And I'm just realizing... I'm probably showing off my past life with this. Oh, where's the image gone? Oh, where can I reset the location? Hold on. The image is not showing. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a sec. I need to get the large one back up. Move that there, and get this one. I ended up like cropping it so it could work for a profile picture. I do like updated versions of these, like for some of the final panels. What else did I have? I don't think there's anything in there. Roll? No. Okay, I think I did this. This is like a quick, like 5-minute sketch. I was trying to like put my VTuber avatar into the outfit of Nakiri Ayame from Hololive. Because I was doing some grinding with HoloCure, so I thought, why not? And oh, my chain broke. Hold on, my chain broke. My chain broke. I got to 29 though. Lol, angry eyes. I got to 29 on the first chain though, so I can't be too mad about that. Okay. Just reset that. Let me make that visible again. Trying to see what other stuff I did. Do I have anything else? Screenshots. I don't think I had any more. Yeah, I don't think I've got any more. I think those were the only ones I actually have that I've actually drawn. No. Samsung Gallery, no. No, okay. Okay, that's all I've got on PC at least. I've done a couple of stuff on my devices, on my mobile, but I don't remember where I put those files. But I do need to get back to the artwork phase for like the main characters for the story I'm writing. Thank you. I'm not sure what the final art style is going to be. I feel like because of the nature of the story, I feel like I'm going to have to avoid a chibi art style because because some people cannot tell the difference between adults and kids. So I have to avoid a chibi art style just to avoid those weirdos. But yeah, it's probably gonna have to be like a full sized design. I am Chris. Hi. What? I am Chris Hansen. Why did you take a seat over here? Why did you take a seat over here? But yeah, seriously, that is a genuine concern because I don't want people to think I'm one of those people. I'm not. I'm no. Listen. Maybe think of Boondocks. I've seen the chat logs. Chat logs? Wait, for what? Huh? What? What the fuck? Hey, bro. You can't actually say that. You genuinely can't mention that young of an age on Oh, you're talking about you're still on about the you are still quoting Chris Hansen. But still though, it's a bit risky because Twitch does not like that. Yeah, if you even mention yeah, Twitch does not like that. So just in case, because I don't trust Twitch sometimes. How do I delete messages? I don't know how to delete messages. I don't know. I don't know how to delete messages. Oh, whatever. We'll leave it for now. If they get annoyed by it, well, they have allowed far worse on the platform than mentioning an age. Tap on it, you can clear the chat. If I tap on it, it goes to the name. Did it work? I don't think it worked. Cleared chat for non-moderators viewing this room. Oh no, I think it did work. Okay, I think it worked. I have no idea. But, yeah. Yeah, because of how inconsistent Twitch is, they could probably... Yeah, so I can see it, but no one else can. Yeah. Also, the chain just broke again. Even though it was a 1. It broke at 1! But yeah, I get what I get you were just committing to the bit, so don't worry. They don't care about context. Even in the context you're committing to an impression, they won't care. They'll ban someone for stating a fact, and they'll ban them for 2 weeks. That's how bad and inconsistent they are. Then when do you know who promotes terrorism 1 day? They suck. The moderation team is shit, and I'm not afraid to say it. If I get banned because I'm speaking the truth, you'll see me on YouTube. I'm just saying. Sure, it would be a bit harder to do clips, but I should be okay. I've got a backup in case Twitch does not like me. I hope they don't ban me though, because I've got a decent subscription going on for my Yoshi, so I don't really want to lose that chain. But I assume it only like bans you from streaming, not interacting with streamers. Sure, I'll fight the power. Okay, let me just let's just go back to the talk of that story I was gonna write. So I know what some dojins are like, and they kind of push the boundaries with character ages. Yeah, 18 is the youngest that any of the characters are going to be, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to go any younger than that. No, that is the youngest. And it's universally legal, so there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. But the majority of the characters are probably going to be in their 20s. I realised I probably shouldn't have been talking about that on a Pokemon stream. Oh. Maybe just to be safe, I should probably nuke the pod. Nah. I've not mentioned anything. That's on them if they think that. But yeah, with Necro, I'll send the files to you, Necro, and should be all good. What is going on? Oh, flipping Machop. I think you should be okay. Yeah, I think so. I don't think I've broken it. I've not stated exactly what. I've just been vague. I think I've been vague enough. But yeah, Necro, after the stream, I will send you the file with the draft written up. And I'll give you a bit of an insight as to what the story's supposed to be. What is Machop's name? Circle, double arrow, circle. You never heard of circle, double arrow, circle? Quite popular. It's quite popular in the realm of Elon Musk. Oh. Oh. Yeah, but in all honesty, the name is not really meant. It's not actually meant to say anything. I only made it look like that to make it look like a face. Its name is a face. That's it. And the chain broke again. Come on! That was a 3. I did so well for the first one. The first one went so well. Yeah, with how these shiny hunting streams are going, I'll finish up after doing one successful chain. I think that's how I'm just gonna do things. 1 or 2 successful chains, depending on how long it takes me to complete the first chain. Oh, I get it. Like the Cowmoji? Cowmoji? Eh? What is the Cowmoji? Is that like I've probably seen it, but what is the Cowmoji? Is that just like using the symbols to make a face? Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's what it's called. Okay, got it. So, that's good. Okay. So being creative with symbols, basically. Yeah, I mean, I could easily rename the Machop to have an actual Cowmoji name. There's also the Lenny face, I know about that one. Oh no! I forgot to switch Machop back out front! Oh no, I broke the chain by accident! Ah, no! That doesn't count. Does not count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. That does not count as a chain break because I forgot to swap it out. Damn you, Machop! Let's try that again. Okay. That was a mistake. I forgot to have Torterra out front. That is a Hoppip. Okay, so I think one thing I can actually explain about the story I've written is that with each chapter, there is a character hinted at the end of the chapter that is the main focal point of the next set of characters. I think I've got like a couple of chapters for one set of characters, and then it keeps going with each different sets of characters. And one of the main characters is hinted at the end of the first segment. If that makes any sense. I hope it makes sense. like 3 sets of characters so far? 3 or 4 sets of characters? I don't remember. I'll have to have a look back at the document, see what I actually did. Oh, so it jumps perspectives. Yeah, in a way. Yeah, okay, I think one way I can word it, in like for the first set of characters, there is a doctor character, like a female doctor character, who ends up becoming like one of the main focal points of the next set of characters. Yeah. And then during her few chapters, there is another character at the end. I think it was an athlete character who shows up at the end of that story and then is going to be a part of the next one. I don't think I've fully written that one up, but it's going to be a part of the next set. So it's not just coming out of nowhere. All of them are connected in some way. That's how I want to write it. And I think there is something within like the second episode. I'm just gonna call it episode. With that is slightly unrealistic, but it's not real, so what does it matter? So yeah, I think you'll figure it out when you eventually read it, but I don't think it's actually possible for that to happen. Thing I'm thinking of. But it's fiction, so does it really matter? I also think I might need to like go back and like actually script it out instead of it just being pictures from a Discord DM. I don't know, like, I truly don't know when I'm actually going to get back to the writing like part of the story. It's literally been months, like last year, since I wrote something up for it. And technically, all of it was done on the fly. I was making it up as I was going on, so maybe the next few chapters are actually going to be some proper planning. Because I was imagining how I wanted to see it go, and I was just writing down my thoughts, and it ended up just becoming a full-on story. Like, if it just started off as, like, just the first 2 characters, it could have just been, like, a one-shot story. But more and more ideas kept coming on, and it's gonna be, like, a proper series, maybe. But, I feel like if I did end up releasing it, I would probably have to abandon the tag of a say-so VTuber. Yeah. I probably wouldn't be considered a say-so VTuber if I released that. I'll definitely have to get a lot of practice in with drawing human anatomy. Because I don't have like the best skills with drawing humans. Or drawing much of anything, to be honest. So there's gonna have to be... It's gonna be very rough, but... I do think I'll be able to get it done. I want to do it all by myself, and then only when it comes to like getting it all printed up, only then I'll get some assistance for it. But I don't know what cons I would end up going to, where it would actually be suitable. And plus, apparently, in some places in America, it's going to be even more difficult. I thing in Texas because for some reason they're passing a law that bans any form of anime or manga content that somewhat resembles children, even though the majority of them don't actually look like that. It's just a case of people not being able to differentiate fiction from reality and not being able to tell what body types are. And the law passed, so I'm glad I don't live in America because they're fucking up all of our hobbies. I know it probably sounds a bit random with the way I worded it, but that part, that media literacy is dead. Yes, exactly. Ever since 2020, and then anime went mainstream, yeah, it's been going downhill ever since then. Media literacy just plummeted. People don't know how to read, they don't know how to tell the difference anymore. I'm ranting, but I don't even care at this point. Like, I'm sorry that I can actually tell the difference between a kid and an adult who happens to be petite. The body types exist in real life. So you're saying those body types are not allowed to exist? Like, take, Uzaki from Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. For some reason, the weirdos don't like that body type. And yet, I literally know somebody with the exact body type. So there's nothing wrong with it! Okay, I need to stop now, because I'll be going on for the next hour if I keep going. Yes. Yeah, see? The body types exist. Yeah, it is possible to, like... if you know what you're doing, you can actually make it look like it's not too young. Because there are different body shapes. I'm putting myself into a hole here, because there are drawings to make them intentionally look like that, and there are drawings that make them just look like petite adults. Because adults who have a petite body shape, again, I know someone in real life who has that body type. So, I don't understand. I just don't understand what is going on in people's minds. It's just pathetic. But if they really don't like the true nature of anime, they can piss off. They can leave our hobbies to us, and they can stop trying to infest it. If they don't like it, why do they keep consuming it, huh? This is why anime should have remained as a niche hobby. Because the weirdos who bullied us all for enjoying it, they got into some safe, quote-unquote safe anime, and they bully us for liking the anime that we like. Like, why did they start liking anime in the first place if they're just gonna ostracize us for liking certain anime? I don't get it. I feel that way with a lot of things. Thank you! I'm glad I've got someone on my side here. I just... If they don't want anything to do with actual anime, they're infesting it, they're forcing activism into it, they're ruining it, and they're trying to censor it. Fucking MasterCard Visa. They're trying to censor anime and manga in Japan. And yet they defend stuff on OF, which is how do I phrase this? Take the initials of cheese pizza and there you go. They allow that, they monetize that, but they don't care for anime and manga. It's full of hypocrisy and they're full of shit. I need to stop now because I'm getting heated over this. I need to drink. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of time to calm down now. And just try and continue with the hunts. Breathe, baby. Yes. Sorry, I guess it's my first, like, true rant on stream, but I had to get it out there. It's out of my system now. It's out of my system now. I feel a bit better now it's out of my... I feel a bit better now that it's out of my system. Because I barely have anyone to talk to about this kind of topic on... about. I just want to enjoy anime and how it was supposed to be again. I just don't want political idealists trying to force their beliefs into our hobbies and trying to make us the bad guys for wanting it how it's supposed to be. Dude, sometimes you have to rant about a bad pain management equipment and rant about being disabled in this game. Ooh. Yeah, I could probably rant about a hospital about some bad pain management. What's your favorite anime? My Hero Academia. #1 all the way. But I refuse to watch the dub anymore because one of the voice actors, specifically the English VA for Mount Lady, she is one of the main culprits of trying to completely butcher any definitions within anime. Take Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, for example. She wrote the majority of the script for that and changed the meaning of what the people were saying. People don't want mistranslations. People want authenticity. I don't understand what's wrong with wanting an authentic product. I don't want things to be localized for this area. I want to know what is going on over there. And if we might not understand what it is, there's a thing called a translator's note. Fan translations can easily do it, so why can't official ones do it? And then, when the same person was provided solutions to the problem, like not being able to fit the sentence in for lip flapping, they were given maybe 6 different options, and then they were just told, no, you are just wrong. Like, what is that response? Like, one doesn't deserve to be a part of the industry if all they do is butcher it and bastardize it. I just don't... If they really cared for the community, they would do what's right, not what they want their beliefs to be in. I don't want to see it anymore. There will come a time, I'm pretty sure there will come a time, where it will just stop. But I feel like it's a long way away. I don't think it will happen within the next 10 years, I'm afraid. Just because of how stuck up these people are. I guess that's one of like the main reasons I don't watch the dub anymore. Just because the energy in the voices is just gone. Like, the actors, some of them at least, feel like they're not trying to become the character. It feels like they're just reading a script. I mean, yeah, that is what voice acting is about, but you gotta embrace the character. I'm not even a voice actor, I know how it's supposed to be done. You gotta be embracing the character. You gotta become the character. You can't just read the script for what the character's saying. It feels like that because with Japanese dub, there's so much energy and raw emotion in all the voices. And then it comes to English, it feels like they're not even trying. Yeah, energy. Yes, energy matters a lot. You can you can feel the energy and raw emotion with the Japanese dub. In English dub, at least recently, it feels like it's just gone downhill. Yeah, it was bad because the only English dub supporters were censoring things heavily. But then we got to a point where it was getting a bit better. Until the activists started rolling in, and then it started going downhill. You can tell who just reads and who actually owns a character. Yes, thank you! Thank you! Yes, who embodies them. Yes! Which is why I don't listen to the English dubs anymore. There are some cases in English dub where they can get it to work, but too many times than not, they don't even try. And which is the main reason I focus on the original Japanese versions. And then I think something else that has gets on my nerves when an anime, specifically a spicy one, gets adapted, and then the creators only realize what they're adapting until they basically finished it. Like, shouldn't they at least read the source material before they decide to adapt it? Because then they end up censoring half of the content. I think one confusing choice that I think they've made recently. Why did they adapt the Yandere Dark Elf series into a normal anime? Did they not read the source material? That stuff is so spicy. It's spicier than a Carolina Reaper. It's that kind of content. And they basically cut all of it out just to be a regular anime. Like, why? I would have much preferred to have really cheap quality if they were going to include everything. I don't understand that choice. And then when they do include the really spicy stuff, they just put censored versions or censored subtitles or flipping young'uns slang. I'm just gonna call it young'uns slang. Like when they use all of the modern lingo in the subtitles, even though most anime fans are probably in their 20s or 30s, even 40s. By 20s I mean like late 20s. I'd rather... This is probably why machine translation is becoming more popular for like anime. Because at least they're not going to force all of that slang in. Because there's still a lot of slang even I don't understand, and I refuse to understand it because it's brain rot. Ooh, I just want there to be a day where we don't have to worry about people trying to force real life problems into our hobbies that we use to get away from real life. We want to get away from real life, so why are you forcing the real life problems into it? That's the biggest issue. We use it to get away from it all, and they're trying to drag us back into it. It's just a bunch of scuba now. It's all random. It's gone out of control. It's probably why I've not been watching as much anime recently. Just because I've been kind of put off from it. It's because all of the activism and all of the post-COVID viewers been just ruining the experience. Like I don't want to be ostracized just because I enjoy a certain anime. I don't want that. And I'm not gonna change what I like just because someone wants me to. That's not how things work. Like, yeah, there are some things I'm not a big fan of, but at least I can actually differentiate fiction and reality. Because clearly these brain-dead individuals are unable to do so. What am I missing? Don't worry about it. Just expressing my opinion on the anime industry at the moment. And how much I wish things would go back to how they were before COVID. Because it was all fine. Yes. I'm trying to calm myself down now because I don't want to get too heated. But thank you, Necro, for having my back on this one. Yeah, I agree there are some things that are a bit off in some series, but there's not enough badness to warrant all of the negativity that the series gets. I think, yeah, there's one thing I can give props to. The writer of Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation. The writer for that one, he has the most self-respect I can ever think of. Like, absolutely refusing to censor his content just because some weirdos don't like it. I respect him for that. I mean, yeah, it's edgy content, but what's wrong with that? It's not real. None of it's ever been real. So I respect the author for his level of self-respect. He's keeping his dignity by refusing to falter to the mob. Freaking love Mushoku Tensei. Yes! I cannot wait for the next season of Mushoku Tensei. I cannot wait for it. Yeah, I think Mushoku Tensei is such a good series. I've even started collecting the manga at some point. I've not gotten anywhere close to finishing the box sets, like the whole collection. I'm very much a live and let live, do not harm person. I don't understand why people can't just scroll away when they discuss. Yeah! Everything is everyone's computer. Yeah, exactly! If they really don't like something, why are they consuming it? I want to click the manga so bad. Yeah, somehow I managed to find some. And then one of them was, on the back of it had, somewhat spicy art of Sylphiette. And because you know what the series is like, it's one of the earlier ones, so I think it's one of the earlier chapters or volumes. So, oh dear. The author really did not hold anything back. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't on the more down bad side than it already was. I'm surprised. Also, I'm pretty sure, isn't Mushoku Tensei one of the few anime before Season 2 where there wasn't actually an opening sequence, it was just the music? And then Season 2 kind of broke that tradition? So he's like, yes. Like, at least, in my opinion, Sylvie is perfect. The childhood friend turned lover who actually supports you and stays by your side and also has similar interests to you. That... Yeah. You know who else perfect? I wonder what you're going to say then, huh? She prefers Aries. She likes spicy redheads, and I mean, yeah. I'm not actually the biggest Aries fan. Hot take, I'm not the biggest fan of Aries. Just because of the... should I say it? Should I say what she did? Like, before at some point. If you know, you know. But because of that, I kind of lost a little bit of respect for her. I mean, yeah, things could have gone a bit differently, but until I see how they make up for it, I'm still not going to be the biggest fan of her. Roxy and Sylphie, best ones. Ultimate best ones. There is Sundere and there is too much. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. But as far as I have not seen like the more recent chapters, but I do know that they end up reuniting at some point. I don't know when. And for some reason they make up. If I was in that situation, I would have not acknowledged her existence anymore. Because I would have already had two people by my side who want to support and be there for me. I would not acknowledge her anymore, honestly. Because we saw what happened to Rudy. Like, after she left him. Bro was distraught. He was broken. Like, broken in more ways than one. He was completely destroyed. That is why I lost the respect for her. And the other two, Roxy and Sylphie, they've been there for him. And they've supported him when he needed it. That is real partner material. Yes, thank you! But yeah, a one-night stand and then just running off and abandoning him just because you want to work on yourself? Yeah, no. Goodbye, you're gone. And then all you leave behind is a note and the hair you cut off? That's just... no. If I was in his situation, yeah, I probably would have been broken as well. But if she returned, I would have let her have it, and then told her to leave. Simple as that. Because I would already have two most important people in my life. I mean, sure, that world is a bit of a crazy with the story, but with Rudy's relationships in the story, Roxy and Sylphie, best ones. The amount of time it took for Roxy to reunite with Rudy, and then for them to finally reunite and tie the knot. And then Sylphie being the way she is. Rudy's mannerisms kind of rubbing off on her. And then she ends up acting a bit more like him. Yeah. Oh. I just realized how all this turned out. It went from me ranting to me just like fanboying over an anime. Yeah, there was a slight change within the anime that I wasn't a big fan of from the manga. And that was wait, have you? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you see. I think it was once Rudy and Sylphie finally properly got together. In the manga, Rudy woke up to seeing Sylphie right next to him. But in the anime, she wasn't right next to him when he woke up. And he looked a bit depressed. Why did they change that? I feel like it was a bit more wholesome had she just stayed, but for some reason they changed it in the anime? I don't understand that change. But I mean, I guess it all still works out in the end, I guess. But it felt more powerful in the manga. When Sophie stayed afterwards, I cried. Yeah, after everything he'd been through, he deserved it. Honestly, I would have been in the same scenario. Like, absolutely deserving it. Fish was laughing, but I was so invested. You know you love a story when you're truly invested into the story. Like, with all of that talking, I need to make sure I can get my own story, like, with the investment. Like, I think... Like, Prodigy, when you invested in the story I said, the story I wrote? I'm pretty sure you mentioned that at some point, right? Because if I can get one person to be invested, I just need to dial it up to 11. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, if I can get him invested, I just need to dial it up to 11 so I can get the investment in up there. I think I said, I quote, okay, wait for the quote to come in. I've been looking forward to this all day. Yeah. So, I think once I get to the document, I might just like type it all up again. Like, I'll still send a document with all the images, but I'm probably gonna type it all up again for the proper script. And then I'll try and get all the manga panels sorted out. Okay, over here. So, yeah, when it comes to making a good story, like, consumer investment is absolutely key to a successful story, at least in my opinion. I feel like if the consumer is not invested in the story, they'll just drop it after one volume. But if they're invested in the story, they'll keep going. They'll keep it going until they become mega fans of the series. So maybe if I truly commit to being like an official series, possibly? Like, maybe at some point, I have no idea, and I'm just pushing like for wishful thinking. If an animation studio suddenly wanted to animate it, that never gonna happen. Never gonna happen, but on the off chance that it could happen, but I guess that could be like one of the main goals, for it to become popular enough to get an adaptation for an anime, or like an anime style adaptation. Either that, or I'd animate it myself. But I'm not good with animation, I probably wouldn't do it myself. I could do super basic animations, but not to the level of completely adapting a manga or a light novel. I mean, I could have it as a light novel if I just wanted to focus on just the writing, but I feel like people would rather have the visuals right in front of them. I mean, I know the power of having imagination put in there, but I've got a habit of accidentally missing out describing things sometimes, which is why I prefer to do it in manga form, because I can just draw it. I don't know how many chapters, I think I'll do like 4 episodes. I'd focus on the story. Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah. But like with each episode, like I'm thinking like maybe up to 4. Ah, damn it. Visuals are nice, but only if the story holds water. Yeah, that's why I wanted to like focus on perfecting the story first, and then trying to add some visuals. That's what I was kind of thinking of. So yeah, I think with what I've got right now, I think I'll rewrite it up. Then maybe I'll try to include some basic illustrations of the characters. And I really, really do want to explain more of the story, but it will have to be off stream because my story is very much not safe for work, so I can't really explain it at all. Which is the unfortunate part because I want to share the story. But I guess once it's like all written down, then I'll get some opinions on it, and if the story itself is gold, then I'll use that as the opportunity to work on the visuals. Okay, okay. So I think what I remembered about the story, I think I was on to episode 3? Yeah, I think I was on episode 3 of the story. So with like the third set of characters. And like how was what? Oh, it's bingo. So I think there's only like one thing I can really explain now about the story. Obviously, I want to try and get all different character arcs into the story. So different kinds of personalities, different kinds of appearances. Well, I try to include as many of them as I possibly can. And then obviously a bunch of tags. I'll try and include chapter 9 you finished in a form of detail. Just check. Oh, okay, okay. So yeah, again, it's not the final ones. Because I'll probably go back and try and rewrite them so they're a bit more detailed, a bit more fleshed out. Maybe on my or maybe on Sunday, this Sunday, maybe I'll go back and try and like rewrite them, or maybe I could just try and rewrite them after stream. I could probably just try and do that. Like, what it would really focus on, I'd just get text from the images, put them onto the document, and then rewrite things where it would need to be. Because I think it was also there was a prologue, wasn't there? I think I wrote a prologue too. Because like the prologue, it could either be a prologue or that could just be the one-shot story. But personally, I do want it to be like a full-on story. Make sure you're taking breaks and resting. Yeah. I mean, I would gladly try and do. I really wish I could stream like the progress of the story, but I wouldn't be able to do it on this site. I'd have to do it on a completely different site, and I wouldn't be able to really do that much. Because Twitch is TOS and the nature of mass reporting, I would not be able to do anything on stream. It was info in a prologue. Yeah, because like the prologue was like giving the information and backstory as to how the story starts, like what the main focus of the story. Like, because in some cases it could be a zombie apocalypse, it could be a mechanical world. Like, there's all kinds of things that a prologue could just explain about the setting of the world. And that's basically what my prologue's gonna do. Like, it explains what happened. I don't... Yeah, this... I think what I had was like a kind of disease? But not like a virus, like some sort of disease that would affect the person. And that would be like the main premise of like the entire story, like what gets everything going. Obviously I cannot explain in further detail, unfortunately, but with all vagueness, that's basically what happens. And yeah, so Necro, I'll send the file after stream, and also try and explain what the whole point of it is, because the disease that was created for the story, I'm almost positive it does not exist in real life. Almost 100% positive this is not a real disease, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so just so no weirdos try and go after me, the story is 100% fictional, and if you don't like it, you can go away. Simple as that. That is my response to any weirdos who want to try and attack me for it. Because maybe... Yeah, because... once like all the story's done, and all like proofread and shown to be like good and investing, then I'll work on the art. And then once all that's done with all the chapters, then maybe I'll start posting them. I don't know where I'd post them though. I genuinely don't know where I'd post them. Since a bunch of sites these days don't want any risque content because they're absolute snowflakes. So I don't know where I'd post it. Patreon maybe? I thought Patreon... I mean, I could try. I'll have to... I mean, I could try. I'll give it a shot. Maybe once it's actually like getting solid in, like solid progress. I know how it works as far as stories go, but I see some. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll try that, and then if they delete the Patreon for no real reason, I'll just have to try and find somewhere else. I know there are other pages that do similar stuff, but the Subscribe Star? I think that's a thing? I have no idea what it is. I assume it works similar to Patreon. But I'll see if I could get the Patreon thing sorted. Well, obviously once the story is actually completed. Maybe one of these days I could do like an art stream where I do like the basic character designs for the story. Obviously not in the risque modes, just like casual outfits. But I could use that as a way, as an excuse to do some human drawing. You know, as a practice. Because I do need to do the basic character designs to start with, like all the character sheets. And then I can actually start doing like the adaptations into manga form. Yeah, I can already think of a few ways I can probably tweak the story a bit. Because if I want to actually make it like an official product, there's definitely some things that are going to have to be tweaked. Because I think, like, with how I worded how the disease takes place within a person's life, I think I'll definitely have to change that up a bit. Just so, like, I have to word it better so it's not confusing for some people, because there are some scenes I would probably refuse to draw, and I'd have to reword how the disease would work so I don't have to do those scenes. Yeah, it sounds random, but you know, Necro, you'll probably understand once you start reading it, like the changes I'd want to make. Yeah, because when I first started drafting it out, it was off the top of my head. So when I go back to it, I'll actually be thinking of what needs to be changed and what would work better. And I'll actually be thinking about it actively. Here. Yeah, because I can already, like I said, the main thing of like the main focal point of the story, it's definitely gonna have to be reworded so it doesn't seem weird. Because the nature of the disease, I'll definitely have to change it so it seems a bit more reasonable. By change it, obviously word it better, because I did not word it very well when I was first writing it up. Okay. But yeah, with that story, now I've actually just brought it up, like for almost an hour, almost 40 minutes. I've been mentioning it. I might try and get back into actually finishing it, like trying to properly write it as an actual story. Gotta run for now, but I'll be on the lookout for the story. Okay. Have a good one, Necro. I will, after stream's done, I'll send you the file for it. Wait, have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Goodbye, see you later, bye-bye. Okay. Right, so I'll put that conversation to rest for now. Oh, damn, someone got a Rhydon? It's possible to get a Rhydon in Poké Radar? Or Rhyhorn in general? Oh, it's possible. Is it like swarm encounters or something? I just realized we're going on for nearly 2 hours. And I've not been successful yet. think my best chain so far is 24. I do want to get at least one shiny today. Because I've been consistent so far, getting at least one new shiny each day I've been streaming this event. Should probably double check how I was going to work this week's events. So today is the 27th, so it's Tuesday. So Wednesday and Thursday will be more Shiny Showdown, and then Friday and Saturday will be the 2-player Nuzlocke. And then Sunday rest day, because I'm starting to incorporate rest days because I'm getting exhausted on the Sundays now. But I don't want to I don't want to stop the grind going, so I'm just going to give myself a Sunday rest day. I still can't believe how it's not that much time left until Switch 2 launches, and my payment's gone through, so it will work. Because the UK does day 1 pre-order deliveries for Switch 2, and my payment's gone through, so I'm basically guaranteed a Switch 2 on day 1. I'm just really glad I got the invitation to pre-order the console like a week after what was it? A week after the Switch 2 Direct. Like a little less than a week after that went live, I was given the invitation to pre-order. And I'm thinking I'm going to probably do a different shiny hunt because Magnemite is not being fair right now. 6 broken chains, I'm going to do a different hunt. I'll go back and try and maybe I'll go back to Eterna Forest, see if I can get something there. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do Eterna Forest again, because there's a few encounters I could get there. Oh dear. I'm also noticing that the Full Send team is starting to catch up to the Believers team. Slowly but surely we're catching up. Alright, so last time I was here I got a shiny Cascoon. I don't know what I'll get this time. Not Cascoon, anything but Cascoon. I'm not doing Nincada either. No. Last time I tried Nincada, it crashed the console. So definitely not gonna do Nincada. Probably switch Machop to be at front now. Swap to Machop. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. And what have we got? I just said not a Cascoon. I've already got this one. There are so many encounters I could get in the forest, and I get the one I already have. I don't want Nincada because I don't trust it. It's bugged in this game. I don't want Cascoon because I already have it. Maybe something like a Baneri. Then again, I already got a Baneri, I think, so... Maybe a Misdreavus. That would work. Can I get a Misdreavus? Again, I don't want Nincada. Please stop giving me Nincada. Oh. Someone got a Furfrou on our team. That's an excellent my player right there. I respect the grind on X and Y. Oh, and then a Glameow. Full send 40s, okay. And we have a Baneri. Again, I don't really want Baneri. I want to get a Mischievous. I think that's probably a better one. Roast bunny for dinner. I don't like eat rabbits. Like, mentally, I just refuse to eat a rabbit. I don't think I've already got Shiny Cascoon though. There's no point in the Shiny Cascoon when I already have one. If it's Baneri, if I get Baneri the next encounter, I'll just hunt Baneri. Or Whirlpool. I'm not going to do Whirlpool. Go here. And, another Nincada. I don't want Nincada. If I get one more, that's just going to be a Pokemon I don't want. I'm just going to go to a different route. Hey, there we go, Mischievous! Knew I could find it eventually. Maybe the game heard my complaints. I'm only level 11, so it should be a decent capture. Oh! Oh, nice, a Gen 4 Ninetales. A Gen 4 Ninetales. Probably Platinum, I guess. Oh dear. This one can break out of quick balls. I should probably have bought some more dust balls. Okay, okay. So yeah, I'll probably... Yeah, I think based on how long it's taking me to get a shiny, I'll probably end the stream after a chain is properly done. I don't know when that will happen. But if it gets to like 9:30, which is about 45 minutes away for me, maybe then I'll end the stream early with a failure with no shinies, but hopefully I can get a shiny. 49 repeat balls. So that's the only downside about trying to go for Mischievous. It's got a low catch rate. But in cases like that, hopefully it happens at every single encounter. Just being an easy capture. Okay, okay. Okay. So scoreboard 343 to 349. We're slowly catching up. I mean, now I know that not all of those points equal to the amount of shinies. It seems a lot more than it actually is, but it's still quite a bit. It's still a lot of shinies. Okay, there we go, there we go. Do this again. Go down here. Why don't you make him a joke? Because it takes a long time to go through the evolution sequence. And there's a chance I might need to reset anyway, so I'd have to keep going through it over and over again. Okay. Number 8. This would definitely be an interesting shiny to get. I don't think I've really gotten that lucky with Mischievous in the past. Maybe today we'll finally change that around. Oops, I did not mean to use the repeat ball. I've wasted my chance at the quick ball. I still caught it anyway, doesn't really matter. Okay. So here's hoping I can get shiny Mischievous today. Or at least some kind of shiny. I went through almost 2 hours worth of Magnemite and got nothing. And I don't have the best patience in the world, so maybe there's a possibility like maybe going somewhere else might give me better luck. I mean, it's worked in the past. I mean, it's just a massive coincidence at the end of the day, but it worked in the past. Especially when I tried going for Doduo, it didn't show up. Then I went for Meditite and I got 8 in a row. Ah. confusion this early on, that's honestly pretty good. Why are you using Spike? I've not used any moves. Spike would be pointless. Spike has no effect if the target has not used any moves. Do I have any other Pokeballs? Oh, Nest Balls! Let me try a Nest Ball. There we go! Hey, it actually matches the colour scheme, so that might work out just fine, actually. Yeah, the Nest Ball actually has a perfect colour scheme for a shiny Mischievous. This one. Well. Ah. Should be working. Am I just getting bad luck with trying to catch this thing? There we go. Okay. 13. Okay. Okay, I'll put this one. So, a tough one to catch, but it should be worth it in the end. Oh, actually, no, I think I have gotten a shiny Mischievous in the past before. I think it was, when I was trying to complete my living decks for the Ultra Sun Ultra Moon games. I had to breed down a Mismagius to get a Mischievous, and that Mischievous ended up being a shiny. Was it the USGM? It could have been my home national decks. One of the two. But either way, I got a Mischievous from an egg. Not a completely random one. I think that's probably the only shiny Mischievous I've gotten lucky with, like, from obtaining. And if I wanted to, I could just evolve this one straight away with a Dust Stone. This one up here. So if I was doing a 17 chain, that'd be it, but I'm going for a 40 chain because I don't have that many repels. Like, nor the patience. Go, crit capture. Caught, okay. One, two, three, four. Okay. Jeez, what is going on Discord at the moment? Okay. Still going. Let me just swap out who's in front. Okay. Which power does my phone have? 60%? Just going strong? I should be able to go on for a few more hours, but I am in need of trying to fix my sleep schedule recently, so I mean, it's not that bad, but I could think of a lot worse for my sleep schedule to be. At least I'm still waking up at relatively normal times. Well, normal times for me are like 10 or 11 AM. Okay. Right. 3 more chains. If 3 more chains get broken in today's stream, that is it. Now, you know what? 1 more chain. I'm tired. Oh! Okay, this should have shut up straight away. And I'll keep Torterra out this time. I'm done. Okay. I'm sorry, but I'm too tired to think of anything else now. But I'm just gonna call it there for the day. That ending was horrid. It was just horrific. Let me see if there's any possible people to raid. Yeah, possibilities. Anyone I'm following? No. Okay. All right. You did your best. I tried, but my streak of getting at least one shiny per stream has been broken, unfortunately. But I'm gonna call it a night for today, and I'll be back tomorrow for one. Wait, is it tomorrow's? Hold on. Before I make this statement, let me just double check. Wednesday. Okay, so tomorrow is not the last one. I'm glad I checked myself on that. Thursday is the last one, but tomorrow will simply be another day of shiny hunting, and then the day after that will be the final day. The final day, I have to get something. But then Friday and Saturday, I'll be focusing on the two-player Nuzlocke with Celestic, and then that'll be it for this week. But for now, I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.